your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, we're only going to go up from here in terms of our temperatures. Today was by far the coolest day that we're going to see for potentially 7 to 10 days here, so we're looking good. Satellite radar picture showing the clouds. That's what kept our temperatures down so much today. You didn't see a lot of that sunshine, and even tonight our temperatures starting to fall back down into the 30s in some areas. 38 in Springfield, still 41 in Effingham and in Champaign. And through tomorrow morning, we're going to start things out near the freezing mark to begin the day, but it gets a lot better for us. We've got sunshine and warmer temperatures. Some good news to share with you coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
I know that this journey is an extraordinarily difficult one. Personally, financially, emotionally.
And now it's going to be even longer as the governor extends the state's stay-at-home order. Want to get tested for coronavirus but don't know where to go? Who could test you starting tomorrow morning?
I really feel that the parents need it.
And that's childcare, how one business is helping parents out.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
I will be signing an executive order to extend Illinois' disaster proclamation, our stay-at-home order.
And that means Illinois will remain under that stay-at-home order for the entire month of April. Good evening, I'm Jessica Coons. This means non-essential businesses and all schools will remain closed during that time, and state leaders need you to stay home as much as possible. Public health officials reported 26 new deaths in the state today and 937 new cases of coronavirus. That brings the total number of cases in the state to nearly 6,000. 99 people have died. Our Capitol Bureau Chief Mark Maxwell has the latest on the governor's decision.
We need to maintain our course and keep working to flatten the curve.
Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker announced Tuesday at a press conference in Chicago he will extend his executive order banning non-essential business operations for the entire month of April. Illinois Department of Public Health Director Ngozi Ezike explained why the state should stay the course and stay at home.
Extending the stay-at-home order is key to reducing the spread of the virus and the number of people who become ill.
The Democratic governor empathized with workers and employers alike who will bear the financial brunt of his decision.
Folks, I know that this journey is an extraordinarily difficult one. Personally, financially, emotionally.
Pritzker left the door open to potentially ending his executive order before April 30th arrives, but said as cases of the coronavirus continue to surge upward, we're just not there yet.
I'll be the first one to tell you when we can start to make strides toward normalcy again. But that time is not today, and it's not April 7th.
Pointing to science and medical experts as his guides, the first-term governor reminded many of his critics the contagious virus doesn't respect or discriminate across party or county lines.
That these interventions don't work if they're piecemeal across the state.
The former mayor of Carbondale and head of the Illinois Municipal League, Brad Cole, urged mayors across the state to enforce the order.
The faster we seriously comply with the executive orders, the faster we will be able to slow and stop the spread of this virus. And the faster we will then be able to turn on the economic engines of Illinois' communities.
Reporting in Springfield, Mark Maxwell.
The governor says the first signs of strain are starting to show in Illinois' hospitals. They're down 2% in available ICU beds and down 4% in number of available ventilators from this time last week. As I said, schools will remain closed through the end of April. They started e-learning lessons today, and some districts are preparing to keep that going through the rest of the school year.
We believe that this effort will help our students continue to be engaged in opportunities for learning, whether it be for another week or for several weeks.
None of us expected the school year to end like this. You know, it hasn't ended yet. It's just, going to end. It's ending differently with remote learning, and we're going to do the best we possibly can to keep the connections with our kids to each other, and then with the schools and their teachers.
Schools have had to figure out how e-learning would be accessible for all students. Many districts lent out Chromebooks and iPads to students who needed them. New for you tonight, a daycare in Mattoon is keeping its doors open to help parents in need of childcare. And its operator says she's grateful she can help parents in a bind and keep her business in business. WCIA 3's Emily Braun has the story.
Many parents are working from home nowadays, which means they might not need childcare. But parents who have to keep going into work might be scrambling to find a daycare since many have had to close their doors.
So I applied for the emergency license, hoping to help as many people as I possibly could.
Now, Angela Pearson, who runs Learning Zone Early Development Center in Mattoon, is one of the only daycare providers in the area that can help.
We've been serving between 15 to 20 children a day. The parents tell me on a daily basis how thankful they are that we are doing this service for them.
Of course, things look a little different inside. Pearson says their cleaning policy is spotless, and their kids are probably getting as familiar with basic hygiene as they are with their ABCs.
Our children are getting their hands washed every 30 minutes.
Pearson has even more up her sleeve to make sure parents have as little to worry about as possible.
We have even contemplating on doing a pickup service out front for parents so that they don't even have to come within the center.
So as much as she feels satisfied to help parents who are considered essential employees, she hopes everyone sees the service she's providing as equally essential.
I've had my thoughts is it the right thing to go ahead and to do this? But I really, really feel that the parents need it. So I feel like we're doing our best that we can.
In Mattoon, Emily Braun, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Pearson's daycare is considered an emergency child care service. She says you can search online to see which providers are licensed as emergency daycares in your area. We have some new details about new coronavirus testing available tomorrow in central Illinois. Campustown Urgent Care is working with two private companies on this, Quest and LabCorp. The clinic will have drive-up testing starting tomorrow in the First Christian Church parking lot. That's at Curtis and South Staley Road in Champaign. Dr. Tom Plura says anyone with mild, severe, or no symptoms at all can get a test. Right now, they have about 8,000 test kits. They'll be open 9 to 5 weekdays and 9 to 3 on Saturday. Plura says there's no out-of-pocket cost, but they will bill insurance. If someone can't pay, he says they'll eat that cost. Now, we reached out to the Champaign-Urbana Public Health District about this clinic. They say they will follow up with anyone who tests positive, but says they did not recommend this clinic to open. They say there's no guidance for testing anyone who wants it, regardless of symptoms. New tonight, an employee at Viscofan in Danville has tested positive. A memo sent to WCIA says the company was notified by the Vermilion County Public Health Department earlier today about the positive test. The company interviewed employees who had been in contact with the patient and sent 2 of them home to quarantine as a precaution. Now for an update on an outbreak at a Taylorville senior living facility. Officials there say they have another case associated with Rolling Meadows Apartments, bringing the total positive tests there to 13. 2 of those people were hospitalized. 1 was released from Taylorville Memorial Hospital. Another patient remains in the ICU in Springfield. A doctor in Macon County has tested positive for COVID-19. Memorial Health System says the doctor worked in an outpatient setting and had no contact with the hospital. They had traveled to an area with a large number of cases, and they have been isolated since their symptoms started. The health department is contacting anyone who may have been around them. The American Diabetes Association wants the governor to bring copays for insulin down to 0. The association's leader says because people with underlying conditions are more at risk, they need to have better access to insulin. The group sent the letter to every governor in the country, but they're optimistic about Illinois because Governor Pritzker already supported capping copays at $100. Smokers and vapors could be at a higher risk of severe illness if contracting the coronavirus. The CDC says those diagnosed can expect a more severe infection. A recent study published by the New England Journal of Medicine found people who smoke were almost 2.5 times more likely to have severe symptoms compared to those who did not smoke. People have been dumping their unwanted things outside the Habitat for Humanity Restore in Champaign. The Habitat Restore is considered a non-essential business, so it closed 2 weeks ago. But people are still dropping off items outside, and their alleyway is cluttered with discarded furniture and garbage.
whole bunch of stuff dropped off behind the restore over this past weekend. And a lot of it, unfortunately, was junk. And that's, I mean, it's tough because we know that some people are trying to help us, you know, by giving us items and think they're supporting Habitat. But I mean, I think, you know, some of it was also trash, and it's like people are sometimes looking for an easy solution to get rid of their garbage.
They're asking people not to leave items outside. You can hold on to those, and they will be accepting items again once they're allowed to open back up. New at 10, Springfield police are investigating a homicide. They were called out to East Spruce Street near South Wheeler Avenue around noon today. Police say they found a 23-year-old man lying in a front yard. He had been shot. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. No word on any suspects right now, but if you have any information, you should contact Springfield Police. Holiday cheer seems like it'd be a long time away. How one family is bringing it a little early. Plus, one business is trying to give back to healthcare workers. How you can help out by getting something for your wardrobe. And a handful of Illini won't be back next year for men's basketball, while Coach Brad Underwood says it's an opportunity for some still on the team.